Veterans remaining in civilian life face many challenges, including finding a job. Hi, I'm Montel Williams. Welcome to this edition of Military Makeover Operation Career. Today, inspirational stories of former servicemen and women who have reinvented themselves and are thriving at companies that value their unique skills. Discipline, work ethic, and teamwork are just a few of the qualities that veterans bring from their military service to the private sector. Public transit operations need to run with military precision. And RATP Dev USA knows that vets can excel in a new career in transportation.
RATP Dev USA is part of a global organization. RATP, based in Paris, has been in business since 1901 with the World's Fair in Paris at the time. We're the third largest transportation provider in the world. Our core business is to provide transportation options and mobility options for citizens within the agencies that we operate. The communities benefit in a variety of ways. It helps reduce the amount of carbon impact in the air quality in the communities, and it also helps with congestion. One that's often not talked about is that it's good for economic development in the local communities. Public transit is good for jobs. There are over 430,000 jobs in public transit throughout the U.S., and 28% of the U.S. public transit service is outsourced to private providers such as ourselves. And it's an opportunity for us to look to change and make livability in those communities a lot better. We're very selective on where we bid, and we're also selective on who we hire. And veterans are ones that we're particularly interested in because there's a good alignment between our values and what they've learned in the military.
I was 18 and I really had no direction, so I decided to join the Marine Corps. I ended up doing almost 20 years and retiring. You know, being in the military, you're gone sometimes, and I make it a point now to not miss my children's, sporting events or, plays or whatever they're doing at the time. I think it was a good fit here at RATP Dev, working here and doing what I've done, with supply chain, and everyone knows each other, and it's a great company to work for. They do a good job here of supporting veterans. They're going to support you in your decisions and help you get to reach your goals that you have, and there's possibilities of moving upwards. They're going to help you achieve whatever it is that you want to achieve out of your career. You come to work, you do your job, and you'll be successful.
My name is Stanley Martin, Jr. I'm a bus operator for RATP Dev. I was in the Army from August 2000 to August 2003. My job in the Army was a Stinger missile operator. We dealt with the MANPADS, Man Portable Air Defense System. It was Stinger missiles put on the back of a Hummer with a 50 cal machine gun. I did peacekeeping missions in Yugoslavia, present-day Kosovo. I carried from the military definitely teamwork, punctuality, definitely mission-oriented, because it's important that I execute what is expected of me so that I can continue to serve my company and the community. RATP Dev gave me an opportunity and I took it, and I love the customer service. I love meeting new people and conversating and talking and laughing with the babies. It's like a humanitarian job. I interact with people every day, and I enjoy that. Customer service is the opportunity that maybe I can make somebody's day better. That's very important to me. I would definitely recommend RATP Dev as a workplace to veterans. The financial compensation is good, but also it's a peaceful, civilized job. You will have a sense of community and belonging and worth.
We encourage veterans to apply with us. We encourage them to apply, particularly if they have interest in some of the areas evolving in our industry. Autonomous vehicles is an area. Also, electrification of the fleets that we manage. We think that's great alignment with what's happening in the military as well. We have electrified a portion of the fleet here. That's something that we're doing nationally and also globally around the world. I'd say it's a great place to work, and it's a great transition from your time in the military. We're a company that encourages growth. a team that encourages many of the values that you currently have in the military, and it's an opportunity for you to continue your service once you come into civilian life.
For more information about RATP Dev USA, visit ratpdevusa.com.
We're headed to Oklahoma to meet the veterans and staff of Northeastern State University. They're committed to helping veteran students on their path to higher education. Equally as important, they're also committed to helping veterans find gainful employment opportunities after graduation. Take a look at this.
I was a United States Marine and I enlisted, so I began as a PFC, and then when I retired I was an LDO major, limited duty officer.
My name is John Harrison. I'm a retired Brigadier General with the U.S. Army and Oklahoma Army National Guard. I served in the Army and Oklahoma Army National Guard for 39 years, recently retiring in May of 2023.
I joined the military when I was 17 years old. I went in as a 91 Alpha, which is a medical specialist. I did my basic training at Fort Dix, New Jersey. From there I went to Fort Sam, Houston for medical training, and then from there I went to Germany, where I served the majority of my time.
I joined the Army a year after I graduated high school. I joined as my MOS was 14 Tango. That's a Patriot Launching Station Enhanced Operator and Maintainer.
Northeastern State University is composed of 3 campuses. We have our primary campus in Tahlequah, Oklahoma, but we also have branch campuses in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, and Muskogee, Oklahoma.
Our mission is to help students in our region and our state become successful.
We're really proud and an honor to have such a tight association with the Cherokee Nation that dates back for well over 100 years. We are a veteran-friendly institution. We have a lot of support structures in place just for our veterans so that when they come to Northeastern State University, they will be successful.
Some of the support that the university offers military when they come here is they've got a Veterans Assistance Center that they just built a few years ago. They've got some counselors in there that will talk to you about the benefits that you have earned through your military service.
One of the great things about NSU is you can receive prior credit for your military experience, so you're already starting with a few steps ahead.
We have faculty and staff that are veterans that have agreed to serve as mentors to students. We've taken steps to make sure our campuses have a place where veterans can go to study.
There's a Veterans Lounge down in the bottom of the University Center, which is it's nice. It's a nice calming environment.
The veterans have taken on a sacrifice. They've sacrificed for their country, for their communities, and I think it's essential that our institutions and society give back to our veterans. Even though I'm a combat veteran myself, it took years for me to even put my military service on my resume because I didn't think the places I was applying to cared about the fact that I was a war veteran.
There's challenges I think every veteran goes through when they get out, especially transitioning from being around fellow service members all day to a civilian population. I did have a strong bout with mental health while I was in the Army, and then getting out of the Army, I did have to struggle with that a little bit more because my everyday goings and purpose wasn't there. It was a really hard transition. It still is a transition. I don't know if the transition will ever fully be done.
The advice that I'd offer a young person coming off of active duty is number one, use your educational benefits, because once you get an education and you have that degree in your hand or you have that certificate in your hand, no one can ever take that away from you. It's in your pocket.
coming somewhere like Northeastern State University that is a medium size, within a few weeks' time, walking down the sidewalk, someone's going to know your name. And getting to know our students that way makes it very special.
My vision for the institution is to be able to structure it in such a way, whether it's with new academic programming or new student support systems or new packages for financial aid, to help students come in.
It is by far the best quality education you can get for such an affordable price. I have yet to meet a single individual that works here who has not been understanding to any of the students' needs. And that is just one of the best things I could ever ask for.
People here are so willing to help, and so if you'll just ask for help and let us know that you need that, people will jump in and help.
This institution belongs to everyone. This is not an exclusionary university. We don't just let in a few people and exclude the rest. Everyone has a home at Northeastern State University.
You know, you wouldn't think that a tire company would be committed to reinventing the wheel, but Firestone is, not only through innovation in tires, but across the entire automotive industry. With a tradition of quality and service, they're looking to veterans to help drive their business.
Firestone Complete Auto Care has a tremendous legacy, a household name, and one of the best parts I think about it is, you know, it's not going anywhere. When an organization's been around as long as it has been around for the right reasons. We do things correctly, we take care of our teammates, our future teammates. One of my favorite things that we're doing is all about providing superior quality. Every day we service between 20, 25, however many vehicles, but they're customers. They're our neighbors. Some of them we work with, some of them we live next to each other, some of them, you know, work down the street. We want to just make it easier for our neighbors and our customers to be able to do what they need to do, to get to work, to be able to provide for their families.
I was in the Navy for 8 years. I joined the Navy because it's tradition with my family. My dad was a Marine, or is a Marine still, and I joined at 18 years old to get away from rural Northwest Missouri and visit the world. When I first transitioned from the Middle East back to the United States, I went to work part-time for Firestone as a maintenance technician, general service, and quickly started to progress my career there. I've been working for Firestone for 32 years, started out as a general service technician, was promoted to a lead technician, held that role for probably 15 years, was promoted from lead technician directly to a store manager, held that role for 7, 8 years, and then I've been an area manager ever since. When I did transition out of the military, I had a job that I could actually pay my bills with and support my family. And Firestone has done a wonderful job of that for the last 32 years.
I was in the U.S. Army. I was in for almost 23 years, and I was an enlisted aide. I was stationed all over. One of my most memorable duty stations was West Point. I was at West Point for 5 years, where I served as an enlisted aide to 2 superintendents while I worked there. I deployed to Afghanistan, Iraq, Desert Storm, Kuwait. I've been quite a few places. I enjoy most working at the Firestone, working with the customers. It's nice to be out in public somewhere and you're recognized because they know you from the Firestone. You know, you may not remember every single thing about their vehicle, but they remember you and they feel that sense of comfort with you, and it makes me feel good when they come back. That's a good feeling to know that you've made such an impact on a customer's life.
I was in the Air Force for 6 years. I would say really to avoid the pain of telling my father that I was no longer going to college. I actually walked into a Marine recruiter first, moved me over to Air Force recruiter, and did it for 6 years, was a heavy vehicle maintenance mechanic, and truthfully loved every minute of it. As soon as I got out of the military, transition was difficult, right? What do you do and what skills transition? I started looking at automotive careers, and that's where I found a job opening for a manager in training with Firestone Complete Auto Care 15.5 years ago.
Our parent company, Bridgestone Retail Operations, started an employee resource group called Bravo, Bridgestone America's Veterans Organization. And they work together with veterans transitioning out of the military and those that were in the military to help them find a job and a career with us. They also help support those that were already teammates that were veterans. I was fortunate and blessed to be given the nod to be the president of Bravo for BSRO. What we're trying to do is help our veteran brothers and sisters understand that when they transition out, they have a group of people that are there to support them and help them with any challenges that may come their way as they're transitioning out.
It's nice to know that there's other vets around, that there's a large group of vets within Firestone. We're brothers and sisters in arms, so to speak. We definitely have each other's backs, and it's nice to know that there is an organization that Firestone has created for vets, you know, that we can turn to one another if somebody needs something or needs to talk about something, you know, if they're just not having a good day. If there's somebody you can call and talk to, and they're always there.
I was in the United States Air Force. Our core values were integrity first, service before self, and excellence in all we do. And those three core values, I think about it for my 15.5-year career here, we put our best foot out day in and day out at this organization. And when I think about what veterans do day in and day out, there's probably no better transition they could take. I would encourage any veteran thinking about exiting the military or retiring from the military to look at us, apply. What you learn in the military is about teamwork, how to build a team, how to support a team, but you also learn how to lead and what it takes to be a good leader. Those skills absolutely transition into a company like Firestone Complete Auto Care. And with those skills and with the training that our company would provide, the sky's the limit.
For more on job opportunities at Firestone Complete Auto Care, visit FirestoneCompleteAutoCare.com.
Great to see that after sacrificing so much to their military service, today's veterans have found careers where they've been able to shine. I'm Montel Williams. Thanks so much for joining us on this episode of Military Makeover Operation Career. We'll see you next time.